With the official release of the brand new Ninjago set pictures, there has been a lot of new details and just overall different pieces of content revealed to us, and today we are going to be taking a look at one of the things that caught my eye the most when first taking a look at the new minifigures included in these sets. And this is pretty wild, and the information is so vague currently, and so it's really hard to actually make a whole video talking about this. But today we are going to be going ahead and discussing this, and just overall having a bit of a general chat regarding all of this and what could potentially be happening. As usual, if you haven't already and do appreciate the content I put out on a daily basis, please consider subscribing to the channel. It would help me out so much, so at the very least, please do consider it. With this being said, let's get into the video. Now, this key detail that we are going to be discussing today is in the form of one singular minifigure, but this isn't just any minifigure. This is our official look at Oni Lloyd, and I mean, let me just go ahead and say it. This minifigure is absolutely incredible looking. It's gold green, it's got so much detail to it, it just looks overall amazing, and they completely knocked it out of the park with this design. I couldn't thank LEGO enough for coming up with something of this awesome. But, I mean, taking in the name, Oni Lloyd. The Oni were obviously the big bad guys of Season 10 and pretty much the entire Oni and Dragon trilogy, and so for Lloyd to basically be officially established here as an Oni version of himself is pretty major news. Now, first of all, does this mean that Lloyd is going to be going evil? Honestly, I wouldn't necessarily say evil, but at the same time, I do feel as though we might be able to see an arc where Lloyd is trying his best to kind of balance out the two sides. I'm not too sure how he'd actually unlock this Oni form. Maybe it could be something to do with these golden weapons behind him there in this picture you're seeing up on screen now. That could have some sort of plot significance, I guess, maybe, somehow. But again, I'm not too sure on details. That is just me being a classic Ninjago fan and just theorizing randomly like that. But yeah, I'm not too sure how he could unlock this side, but an arc in which Lloyd is struggling to balance his good and evil sides as he's getting more and more powerful with this Oni form is definitely something I could easily imagine Ninjago doing, and is something they could definitely pull off. Another thing people have mentioned is the fact that, well, what if this was a plot twist villain where Lloyd unlocks this form and then all of the power kind of takes over his mind and controls him, and Lloyd actually ends up being the main villain of the season, and it isn't the Overlord or the Generals or anyone like that. And honestly, it's a pretty wild idea, but at the same time, I don't really think they would be able to pull something that crazy off, although I'm not really opposed to the idea, as it sounds absolutely incredible and would probably be one of the biggest plot twists of Ninjago ever, to be honest. And yeah, that would be just overall insane. Can you imagine that? The Overlord somehow isn't even the main villain, but instead Lloyd's Oni form is? Yeah, that would be absolutely incredible. I'm not too sure though. Whatever the case, I don't really think that this Oni form would be 100% good for Lloyd. I feel like there may also be some sort of side effects to it, which we could explore in the new season. I just don't think that this is going to be a thing that Lloyd unlocks and then everything is totally fine and all and dandy. I do feel as though there will be some side effects to this, and there will be some pretty major consequences explored with this new form in the next season. And also, considering Lord Garmadon has this form, I'd imagine there's some sort of connection going on there, which is actually something I've already discussed before in the past. But yeah, those are basically all of my thoughts on this so far, and that is everything I just wanted to let out in today's video. Sorry if it was a bit unorganized and such in today's video, but yeah, these are just all of my thoughts, and I just had to let them out there and be known to the public. With this being said though, guys, feel free to drop your thoughts on all of this down below in the comments. I would love to hear your thoughts. Feel free to drop a like onto today's video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and turn on the notification bell to step down all of the latest Ninjago news and content I put out on a daily basis. With all of this being said though, guys, I will see you all in my next video coming out very soon. Goodbye.